certificate you have is enough. Go and learn, go and work somewhere. Start with church office. I started in my church office when I graduated. Or you can even go back to your school where you graduated from. Tell your lecturer you want to be helping him out. Learn something from there. Through there, you will meet somebody that will come and employ you.
If you are clapping, you can clap better.
It's irresponsibility for you to have graduated and be home for 6 years.
And you are having standards.
You are having standards.
Please, can you celebrate? Can you celebrate her?
So, don't people.
Pastor, that's not our problem.
I've been looking for work.
Pastor,
I have potential.
What are you waiting for, babe?
But I want to date.
Why do you have to offer the
And I'm even dating.
You can't find yourself.
But I'm believing God for a breakthrough.
Pastor, wait.
What will I do?
Pastor, wait. Pastor, we need to round up. I promise you.
You will round up. This one, you have to round up.
Pastor, you need to find yourself before you look for a babe. You don't deserve to date. You don't deserve to date.
Because I don't have work.
Find yourself.
Yes. Find boy like me.
Find yourself.
With masters, but no job. Because of Nigerian culture.
Why don't you have a job? You'll be distracted. Focus on getting the job.
Yes.
I should focus on getting a job instead of a babe.
Pastor.
I'm in love.
Okay. So, this has been very, very insightful. Can we just clap for ourselves? I told you, you don't know the level of intelligence of the next person sitting close to you until they open their mouth to speak. When I started my career, I worked at Wolowo Road here, everywhere sharing my CV. A woman even told me that I don't have life. I was crying. Everywhere on Wolowo, I worked as LG as a cleaner. I worked everywhere, down to the end. I was sharing my CV everywhere. I was even begging that they should give me a job with no pay. Because I don't want to, and I was just in secondary school. So you don't have an excuse. 6 years without a job.
I think these people that say that they have, they've stayed a while is because you have standard.
Yeah, bro.
You cannot have standard when you're just starting out.
Exactly.
My first job, I think it was earning 70,000 naira. I was picking calls. That's my job. And I had a BSc. Hello, something. That's what I was doing. I was picking calls. That's what I was doing. But I just said it was better for me to leave and go there.
Please, Pastor wants to say something. And then we can round
the truth really is mindset. We have to change. The youth of nowadays, they want everything fast. And you need to realize that there's a process. We've spoken about that earlier and everything. When I was in the university, I kid you not, every long holidays, my parents made sure that I was working somewhere. Despite the fact that I was the daughter of an AOC, it had ADCs, guards everywhere and everything. I would leave my house and my father would say, go and take a taxi or take a bus and go to work. So by the time I finished university, it was not about my 2-1, but about the fact that I had interned in different places. And because I was brought up that way, I made sure that my children, right from secondary school, they would work during their holidays. So the youth of nowadays, they just want easy life. In fact, everybody wants to be an influencer. What is an influencer? You do not even have anything to influence about. You have not influenced yourself. You want to influence other people. No, seriously. Pastor is talking about somebody who has been jobless for 6 years. And he's still talking about dating. Talking about
standard.
A job standard. You are poor and proud. No. I mean, we need to change our mindset. Go back to the basics. You know? God help us.
Enough now. Is that before?
We have moi that has gone to Harvard. Oh, yes. So it's not about Harvard degree. Potentials.
Right.
Took her to Harvard with her moi.
So, Jide, with what you want to say, I want us to just conclude in 5 minutes. What would you say to someone that feels underqualified, and the person wants to move forward. So you can add it to whatever you want to say.
Okay. What I wanted to say initially is when we've been talking about credentials, and we're talking about it from a career view. Even businesses have credentials.
Yes.
So, like I was saying, when I started the t-shirt business, I've been doing it. I know how to do it. There's nothing you want to tell me to do. The first big break I would have had was someone that saw me do this. I did t-shirts for them. So the person recommended me to their company. I got the order, 3,000 pieces. I was like, Jesus, you have made it. Then I got there. I had someone that was pushing for me. And they gave me their list. Firstly, they were not paying ahead. They said, go to your bank, do IOU. Where's your tax clearance? When I saw the vendors list, I'm like, you're not ready, just go back. I had the potential. I could fulfill that order. But they needed some business credentials from my end for them to trust me enough to give me I would have gotten the job because I had somebody that was pushing for me. Well, at that point, the guy just told me, there's nothing I can do anymore. So I just don't want us to restrict it that, okay, credentials is only for those looking for it. So even as a business, as an entrepreneur, your business has its own credentials. You have to be tax compliant, you have to be registered, you have to know the areas you are operating in. Yes. You can't carry a fashion registration and start applying for your ANCOF contract. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. So you have to know what you are doing, know the right credentials you need for that role, and know how to apply.
Right. So what do you tell someone that feels unqualified and then they want to move forward in their careers?
Unqualified. Even right now, am I qualified to be sitting here? To be honest, like, you have to just be confident to get the job at hand done. Do you get, like, before coming on this panel, am I qualified to be here? I don't even know. But I've been here, I've done the job, and that's what matters. Like, anytime you have a job to do, just get it done and keep it moving.
Been there, done that.
Yes. With time, you feel, at a point, you'll not be confident enough to say, I've done this, I've done that. Now I feel like I'm that person. But if you have a tax, just focus on the tax you have at hand.
At hand, that's
get
very
it
important.
done. Just get it, do it part-time.
Whatever it is your hand finds doing, do it well. Tineke, please. Go on.
Okay, so I'll give it in two perspectives for career people and people that are not in career.
Let's have it.
Let me just add, content creators, the money they make, your 9 to 5 people don't make them. They're one of the highest paying people. In case you don't know, influencers are one of the highest paying people in this society that we have. And I think there's this misconception that influencers, maybe they just come, do videos. If you know how much those videos earn them, I mean, let's just leave that. So if you are a career person and you feel underqualified, like my brother has said there, I feel there's a place of consistency. You have to consistently show up and do the work. With time, people would see the value that you give, but you have to be consistent in it. Don't do it once and say, people think I'm underqualified. Yes, we know that you are underqualified, but there's a place of consistency and proving your value and proving your worth to those around you, okay? Now, if you are in the secular space now, if you want to go into content creation, influencing, consistency is another thing, right? Focus on where or what you want to do, because in that field, there's a lot happening there. So just pick one thing that you know that you are very good at. Focus and run with it. With time, people will come to see the value that you give and that you have to offer.
Thank you very much. Sister Nkem, the onus is on you. What do you tell someone that feels unqualified?
So I will just bring it to we believers, right? Is first realizing who we are in Christ Jesus. Yeah. He has given us dominion. So we know if you know who you are, you will not feel unqualified because God qualifies who he calls. So we're already qualified. You understand? However, like Sister Tineke said, consistency, obedience, growth over time, you will be qualified. Yeah.
Growth, consistency over time will be qualified. Can we celebrate this amazing panel?